What if you could get brighter, firmer skin without injectables, harsh lasers, or spending a fortune? In this live skincare coaching call, as a master esthetician, I am talking to Kimberly, a 52-year-old flight attendant who's navigating Hashimoto's early wake-up calls and a desire to age gracefully without Botox. You're going to learn why lasers and pills might be making your skin worse, how to do lymphatic drainage, and why it's crucial before gua sha, what the big six are and why they help clear toxins, the castor oil trick everyone should be doing. Find out about collagen, fatty 15, glutathione, and other longevity supporting favorites of mine, and how to use red light, Frownies, and microcurrent strategically. Plus, why skincare is just part of the equation and how mindset, rhythm, and internal wellness impacts your glow as well. We're diving into a power skincare coaching session packed with beauty hacks, product swaps, and real results. Tons of insights that actually work. This is a must-listen episode for the week. Welcome to the Spa Skin and Beauty Podcast. Struggling with wrinkles, dark spots, or an overwhelming skincare routine? I'm Lindsay, an esthetician who has found a simple skincare routine for clear, youthful skin, even in my 40s. In this podcast, I'll share quick, easy, non-toxic solutions to help you love your skin and stay motivated. So grab your products, press play, and let's transform your skin. I would love to know where you're located at, your age, and what your number one skincare concern is.
Okay, so I live in New York City. I'm not from here, but I grew up in Kansas, but I have lived here. This is probably my third time living here. And this time, my husband and I have lived here for 11 years now.
And you're 52, is that right?
I'm 52, yes. And I am a person who really likes to try to do things very naturally. Now, I'm not perfect about that or anything, but I always want that approach in a way.
Right.
So I'm always trying to, try to find clean skincare and all of that kind of stuff. And I feel like my number one thing is the wrinkles happening. And I know that everyone around me is getting Botox, and I'm a little bit worried about it because I have an autoimmune condition. It's called Hashimoto's, and it's affects your thyroid. And I feel like a lot of people have stuff like that, but they are not concerned, but I feel concerned. So I don't know if the Botox, I read all these natural articles and whatever, and I wonder if it would trigger another thing to happen. So I am reluctant to try it, but I feel like I'm so close to wanting to do that. So when I saw your thing about no Botox and how you make it so that your skin is looking great without that, I was so interested.
And you're a flight attendant, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So tell me about that. Are you international? Are you countrywide or what?
I did international for 8 years, and it was a separate thing, either you're separate or domestic. But for the last however long, probably maybe 15 years now, I've been doing it for 25 years, and I just fly domestic. I feel like I have better, I'm on a same schedule more and all of that. But so I probably am working and on the airplane in that kind of air 3 to 4 days a week.
Wow. Okay. When you travel, because that's a big thing. When you said you're flight attendant, I'm like, oh, that can affect your skin a great deal. So I love asking people, where they live. I want to know what region of the country, and then also what they do for a living. It just makes it's a big piece of the puzzle. When you travel, are you usually home by that night? Or are you spending the night, one night, and then how does that work?
I'm usually gone at least 2 to 3 nights a week. So I would leave I would leave on a Tuesday and I'm back on Thursday, and I'm gone for 2 full nights.
And I used to travel a lot. And so I don't know how you feel, but I just remember when I used to travel, I would be exhausted at the end of the night. And so I was like, I just want to get in my pillow. I was not thinking of all, with my skin. It was, are you exhausted?
No, I'm not exhausted because I am a person who I always have so many things that I want to do. So it's like I get there and then, oh, I want to read my book and I want to do this stuff on my computer and I want to go to the gym and I want to do. And so I feel like I don't sleep enough because I'm always wanting to do all this stuff. And I'm probably sort of tired, but I just push through it. And I'm always kind of living like that. I'm kind of living tired. But I always do the skincare every night, like every night. I never miss it because I'm tired.
Okay. And what about your beauty devices? And the reason why I'm asking you all these questions, because I'm going to build your routine for you. And I like to know the person. And some women are like, listen, I'm only going to do this. I'm like, okay, I'm working with what I have. So with your skincare devices, do you prefer are you able to take those with you, or do you want to just keep those at your house and just focus on your devices when you get home? What do you prefer?
I guess the one that I do when I'm home is I have this one called the Clarisonic brush moves around and I clean my face with that only at night. I don't take that one, I guess, just because my little bag of tools is does not fit that. So I also use this one called the Nira. I use this one called the New Face. And this is what I probably should ask you too, because I'm trying to hurry all the time and do all these things. And so I probably do the Nira. I try to do it every day, but the New Face, I don't. If I do the Nira, then I don't do that one unless I have time, and then I do both. But I feel like when I do both, it's better. But I take the New Face, I take the Nira, I don't take the Clarisonic, which I could start doing.
Mm-mm.
And I just got this one called, I got it actually for my husband because he always talks about his neck. And I just saw this video that was about the Luminique thing. And and in the video, like the girl's wrinkles were disappearing in the video. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to try it. But we just got it like literally yesterday or, just opened it yesterday.
I see. So I have my neighbors even text me, "Hey, Elizabeth." She always listens to this. "Hey, Elizabeth." She even asked me about it. I have so many clients that ask me about that. They have a huge marketing budget, I think, because everybody sees those. It pops up the ads for me too. Yeah. And what that basically is, if people don't know, it's really a red light with a little bit of microcurrent. But the reason why the faces look so good is because you're doing this motion of lymphatic drainage and you're sweeping, you're doing like this, and it's pulling everything down. So you'll even notice with the chin is like, oh my gosh, because they're just like pulling it down, and it does have a little microcurrent with it. And it does have a little red light. Like with the red light, the way I see a red light, you have to continuously be on that area. And that's why I love red light masks, because a mask is on your face for that full 10 minutes. And I like infrared and near infrared. And with a mask, you're not going all over the face. You're right there. And for a mask to work, it can't be more than an inch from your face. I mean, it has to be like so close and molded. And I like a brand that really stands behind there. That's why I just obsessed with Current Body. I just love their stuff. But it's not going to hurt to try that. It'll do the lymphatic drainage and stuff. I don't know if you had a LED mask. I didn't see that in your consultation.
I don't, but I would get it.
It's just really hard to beat. Now, I want to say, I did want to go over your skincare really quickly. And you have quite a list. So you're using and Suzanne Summers a lot, it seems.
Yes.
So tell me about we're going to go more in detail with this, but tell me about, like, you wake up in the morning, what's going on in your AM, and then what's going on in your PM.
Okay, so I wake up, I make my bed, I read a little devotional, I drink like 2 full glasses of water with lemon. Then I do the Nira. Then I sometimes do the New Face, not always, but then I put on a vitamin C, like 20%, this one that I got from Timeless, and ferulic acid, I think it's called. And then I put on the CoQ10 serum, and then I do like a sunscreen SPF 30, like I think it's La Roche Posay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. That's what I do in the morning.
Can I stop you there? Are you adding a sunscreen before you get on the plane?
It's in the La Roche-Posay. It's like an SPF 30.
Okay, perfect.
I think it's like, I don't know how to say this either, but toleraine is the certain type of it that it is. Some kind of prebiotic is what it says on there. I don't know really what that means, but so that's what I do. And then I've been using this Jones Road What the Foundation, and it feels good. Like it feels good on my skin. So I don't know if that's good or not, but I'm here to take any advice you have if you have better recommendations.
At night, what are you doing?
Okay, and then at night I do the Clarisonic, and like once a week I do a scrub. The one I do is like the St. Ives apricot. I do it just like once a week. And then I do this serum from Timeless that's the Synth 3000 or something like that. Matrixyl 3000 or whatever. It's like a pink bottle. And then I do this glutathione serum from the Suzanne Summers. Then I put on either Neutrogena, the rapid wrinkle repair, whatever that one is, or this one that my mom bought me called Dr. Deness. I've never even heard of it.
Oh, Dr. Dennis Gross.
Yeah. And she just gives it to me, and it has like retinol and different things in it. So I do those. And then after it, I put a tretinoin just on the wrinkles, but it kind of dries my skin. Like I see it a little flaky. And I think that's basically it for what I do at night.
That's a lot. I mean, you have a very just rich AM and PM routine. Way to go. I mean, I'm very impressed with all that you've done. It tells me that you have researched a lot, that you're into skincare, that you're being so like proactive. And also it sounds like you like it. Like you
I like it. I mean, I love this. I'm kind of a product person, but I would say like I'm a person that I like the skincare more than I like makeup. Like I'm not really a person that, oh, I love this makeup. I just really want great, my skin to be good. And so
yeah.
all these wrinkles coming up, I don't know what to do with it. So
So your main wrinkles were your forehead, your 11s.
yeah, this one in particular is my like all I see. And then there's these guys. I see a little bit here, but then these too. I don't forgot what you call this.
Marionette lines.
These, yeah, okay. And then I'm seeing the ones above my lip, all that. So
Okay. Let me ask you, with your Nira, are you also bringing it down?
yes, I do all the lines. And then if I have time, I just do everything. I just do everything I do all this, everything, my chin, everything. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I do see that if I don't do it, it's worse. I notice the lines more if I don't do it. When I do it, it's not like, oh, everything's gone. But if I don't do it, it's a little bit not, I notice it more.
Yeah, and I like the Nira laser. I have the Nira laser, and I like to do it around my eyes, and it lifts the hoods of your eyes too, which is great. You can pull it up.
I didn't even know that. I do that, but I didn't know it lifts.
Yeah, you can like pull it up with your brows and stuff like that. So I think everything's really good. So I just wanted to tell you a couple of things. First of all, I think that if it were me, I would pull back on your Clarisonic just a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of Clarisonics. I'm okay if you maybe add that one day a week or whatever, but I want to keep your natural oils. And as we age, we don't have as many natural oils. Do you find like your skin, how is your oil during the day? Are you blotting during the day or?
No,
Okay.
it's more dry for me, I would say.
Yeah. And because, with our hormones, everything changes with everything. So I would pull back on your Clarisonic. And again, I'm going to build your routine. So you're going to know exactly what day to do your device. So you can just breathe. So I'm going to do your AM, your PM. I'm going to put in when I think your device is. And this is why I like personalized skin consultations, because this is for you, your lifestyle. I'm going to build it around your flight schedule too. Like, so you'll know. And also your budget. Like I need to know what your budget is so I can help you with this. I'm fine with a lot of your skincare is great. I think you're doing a great job. job. I would remove the St. Ives scrub. The kernels, the apricot kernels, in my opinion, create micro tears in your skin, and we want to keep everything, your barrier nice and intact. I would also, in the morning, I don't think you need a cleanser. You're cleansing your skin at night. I would rub in your natural oils, and I would do that. Now, with your Nira and your newer device, with a microcurrent, you don't need to do that every day. I probably do mine, like I just did mine right before we got on this call. And I probably do mine like 3 times a week. I'm in maintenance mode. And if you've been doing that, you're definitely in maintenance mode. So that way you can relax a little bit. So I'm actually pulling stuff off of your routine for a little bit. I am going to add a couple of things that are very quick, but I'm going to add some in there. So I would pull back your new face device just a little bit. And just a small addition, or I wanted to ask you, when you're putting on your sunscreen, because you're in the air and that sun is exposed to you all the time, are you doing a separate application of sunscreen for your face and your neck?
No.
Are you doing like this and then pulling it down?
Yeah. I don't even pull it down though. I just do my face only.
So a big thing that a lot of ladies do is they'll either not put the sunscreen on their neck and like right here where everything's exposed, or they'll pull it on their face and they'll drag it down. And I would love if you saw those as 2 different pieces. This is one and this is another. Same thing with all of your products. So I want you to treat your face. That's one application. And then I want you to treat your neck. That's a whole other separate application, like your neck and décolleté. So a lot of people and then they pull it down. Nope, let's treat them completely separate. Okay. Are you doing, and I don't know if you know this about me, but I have a thermography business. So you're going to get a lot of internal things that I'm talking,
I love that. I love that.
especially with your Hashimoto's and stuff. So we need to really, be aware of your thyroid and also make sure that are you doing your lymphatic drainage in the morning? Are you getting everything pumped in your body?
I mean, I don't know. I've just started hearing about this, like maybe with just this Luminique thing or the Washa. I've been doing that, just started doing that probably in the last 2 weeks. But other than that, I've never been actively working on that.
Okay, it's so important. So our lymphatic system does not have its own pump like our heart. Our heart has its own pumping system. It's fine. Our lymphatic, it just stays there. It's just static, right? So we have to pump it. So there's what's called the big 6. And I will give you a video on how to do that. It's very quick. I do mine every day, but we need to get everything moving and pumping. That really helps our skin too. It helps it glow. It keeps things moving, things like that. So I feel like that's really important. I love how you're doing your water in the morning. I did want to ask, are you adding electrolytes to your water?
No, but my husband does electrolytes. So
Awesome.
I have little packets of them. So I could definitely do that. And then I did have a question to ask you about this point because I heard on your podcast, it was like you interviewed it was David, I forgot his last name, it feels so bad. And he was talking, I think he's like, he wrote a book and it was like farm to table kind of thing, or it was something like that and then he was talking about taking hyaluronic acid tablets so you're eating them and it helps your whole hydration, I guess. Does that sound familiar? I don't know.
I think you're talking about molecular hydrogen tablets.
I don't know. It was just like,
Because I take molecular hydrogen tablets, and that's very important. And I add those to the water with the electrolytes.
okay.
I'm wondering which podcast you're referring to. You have to let me know. Did he have a brand that he was representing? Because then that helps me.
I'm trying to think. It was like he had written this book, but I think he's written many and is he a doctor?
Oh, was it Dr. William Davis of Wheat Belly, maybe?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. He's amazing.
That was it. Yeah.
He is awesome.
It was a great interview. I loved it.
Thank you. He was so smart. It was probably molecular hydrogen tablets, and those are excellent. I highly, highly recommend you adding those. And I'll send you all this stuff. You don't have to worry about it. I'll send this to you. And I put so right now you see me drinking. I have an anti-wrinkle straw. And I have my filtered water, so important. I have my electrolytes in here. And then I have 2 molecular hydrogen tablets in there because we want to think of the skin as great, but the internal, we have to keep everything going, flowing, having everything at optimal level, right? And so the molecular hydrogen, you're giving oxygen to your cells. You're just making everything work correctly. So the lymphatic drainage, the electrolytes are so important. You have to, replenish those in our body. Magnesium is so important, things like that. So just internal questions I had for you with those, because I love the lemon water. I think that's wonderful, but I just wanted to add just a couple of tweaks to that morning routine. And I think you're going to just physically see a difference, but also you'll see it come out on your skin too. Now, a very easy tip for the wrinkles. Have you tried Frownies or CO patches?
No, I saw that on your site and it's COSIO.
Yeah, SIO. And I'm not like married to that brand. You can find something that you like, or I can, I'll give you that name. And hopefully, fingers crossed, Frownies, me and Helen are talking. That's the owner of Frownies, her team. So hopefully she'll be coming on the podcast soon. But I love Frownies. Now, I would probably I don't know if your flights are really early, but you may want to do this on the nights that you're, at home. So you have time to, I don't know if you're rushed in the morning getting ready for a flight.
Yes, I super early. Like sometimes I'm up most of the time I'm like getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, no. Okay. Let's do the Frownies when you
Yeah, it's I'm not a morning person, but that's what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're going to edit that for the Frownies are going to be the nights that you're nice and relaxed at home, but you're going to see a big difference between using. Now, I like to use the combination of Frownies and CO patches. And I know that's a little overkill for us, but hear me out. And I know each brand has its different, things that they say, but the CO patches are really easy to add around the eyes. And then you're going to see help with those wrinkles right there. And the Frownies are just so great because it's training that muscle. And I agree. I haven't used Botox. That's just what I personally don't want to have in my body. I don't feel like we have the studies for like 40, 50 years. Like, what is it going to do down the road? We don't really know. It hasn't been that long that we've had it. And I just don't want to put that foreign substance in my body, but that's everybody's decision. But I'm here to help people to try to not have Botox in their system. So for that, I love the microcurrent, which you're doing, which is a great job, Kimberly. I love that you're doing that. And then I would add the Frownies. And if you're able to, and you don't have to, but if you're able to add an LED light, that's also going to make such a difference. The Frownies, there is a learning curve. And I'll send you the video on that, but you create a cast on your face and you just kind of, you apply the patches like a cast and it dries. So it feels very crunchy overnight. And in the morning you wet it really heavily and then you pull them off. Use my finger and pull them off like that. And then you do those over and over and then you'll see the difference. I saw the difference even after the first time and it just kind of gets better and better. CO patches are absolutely amazing. I think you'll really love those. You put those on your eyes and you can put those on your marionette lines. I know you said you have that wrinkle right here and on your lip. So we can do that as well. And it's just going to plump everything up. And I think you'll really be happy. It's so easy to use the CO. You literally just put them on and you just peel them off. I mean, it's so easy. It's one of my favorite things. So I really love the combination of that.
Your skin looks so great.
Oh,
Your skin looks fantastic. It looks
thank you
amazing.
so much. Hey, friend, if you're loving these skincare hacks and feeling inspired, which I really hope you are, by today's power coaching session, why not take the next step with your own personalized plan? At lindsayholder.com/coaching, I offer one-on-one skincare coaching tailored just for you. Whether you're dealing with fine lines, dullness, or you just really want a simplified routine that actually works, I'll help you glow from the inside out. So book your session today and let's transform your skin together because real results start with the right strategy. Again, that's lindsayholder.com/coaching. And that's Lindsay spelled Lindsey. I'll see you soon. Before we got on this call, I did two things. I'm testing a device right now. And so I just did it on my chin area and then I did the microcurrent. So the newer device I've got an 8-week test that I'm doing with that. So I love to use that for the chin. So I'm doing that and the jowls. And then I'm doing I just did zip. use the new face. That's a great device too. I have the Zip microcurrent. Yeah, so I think that everything that you're doing is good. I would just modify this a little bit. So I'm going to put your routine together so then you'll be really clear. And I'm going to edit. So I'm going to say, if you could kind of remove this, and then I'm going to put your things in order so you have everything that you need to have. And then I'm going to include your devices on the week. I will put my recommendations on those Frownies and CO patches. And whenever you're ready, whatever your budget is, and we'll talk about that. What is your budget? Do you know what your budget is? Because you have everything right now. You just have a few things to add.
I don't exactly know how to answer that, but it's like if I need something, I would try to make it happen. I would just get it. Like it's a priority for me, I would say. But I'm not like out spending like $20,000 on it.
Oh, I know. But I had one lady that just gave me $40 a month. And I'm like, listen, I'm not that good. I can't go to the dollar store. So I was like, your device is going to cost a little bit. Yeah. So I thought, maybe we can just save it really big and we'll just use, I don't know, castor oil for this. And I don't know.
I've been reading about this too, the castor oil. Is that something I could see on your website, like what that does?
I love castor oil. I love it. I use it, first of all,
Like as a moisturizer, or how do you use it?
I use it for, first of all, body wise, I put a little bit on the inside of my belly button at night. Like I lay down and put it because it's also for detoxifying, right? Another way that I love to use it is on the cuticles, on my nail cuticles. It's just so easy. And you literally just makes your cuticles so soft. And the bottom of my feet, I'll do like a glycolic on my heels and then I'll put castor oil. Because castor oil, out of all the oils, it goes deep within the body. Deep, deep, deep. So that's why it's just amazing for the skin on my face. And I even like it on the neck. Now it is a thick kind of, very thick oil. So if you need to cut it a little bit, you can cut it with a nice jojoba. And what my tip is, I have this right beside my bed. Because when I'm putting on castor oil on my hands and stuff, like I'm done for the night. I'm like trying to touch anything after that and in my belly button. So I take the the dark bottle that I get it from, which is Queen of Thrones. I like that brand. And I have a little dark amber bottle with a little dropper. And then that way it's not this big bottle. Like I'm just able to just do a little bit at a time. So what I like to do is once I've done my skincare and then I have my serum on, and if I need I use One Skin. Everybody knows I talk about One Skin all the time. It's my absolute favorite. And it's just amazing. It's a peptide skin supplement. So I put that on. But I will put it not all over my face. I like to put it on the lines, like the individual lines that I know I need it plumped up.
The castor oil?
Yeah, and it's great for around the eyes. I love it. It just plummets. It's not that expensive too, and that lasts a long time. So I'm a big castor oil person. I think it's great.
And this plumps your skin. Is that what it does?
It plumps your skin and it helps with the wrinkles. It also internally helps detoxify your body. It's just a wonderful. I mean, there's castor oil packs you can even put on wherever you need, like your liver or on your stomach if you have your cycle or wherever you need, you can put it on that. There's so many benefits to castor oil and it's been used, I think, since the Egyptians. I mean, it's like, God's little miracle there. He gave us everything. He gave us light.
I know. And we just don't know what they are, all the things.
He's like, listen, just wake up, walk outside. There's the light.
There's the vitamin D.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I see this and I just think, what do I feel like I'm falling apart. So if there's something to plump, I was wondering that too. Like, is that the most thing that would plump your skin up?
Yeah, I feel like with the plumpness, the things that help your collagen are you taking internal wise? Are you taking collagen? So yeah.
I'm not, but I wanted to ask you if I should be, and if so, what kind would I take?
So what I do in the morning is I use Paleo Valley. So my coffee is bone broth collagen in it. It's the most delicious coffee. And so try this one time if you decide to get it. And for people listening, I wake up and I have their salted caramel, I have their chocolate and their vanilla. Right now it's hot, so I'm like, I can't even do a hot coffee right now. It heats me up. I'm 48. I don't need a lot of hot stuff, okay? So I will make my coffee and I will put in a scoop of either the salted caramel or the chocolate and vanilla, and that's all I need. It is so delicious. I absolutely love it. And you can do it in the afternoon, like a mid-afternoon treat. The chocolate's great. Or evening. It has so many different, like if you want it morning, afternoon. So I love that. I also go to my local farmer's market and I get there. You can either make your own bone broth collagen. I buy mine, but I need to start making mine because I did. And now I need to get back in the habit of it. It's just right there and I just grab it real quick, but it's so delicious. And I will have my bone broth collagen, like it's about like just a little bit. I'll have that too, usually either in the afternoon or I'll have it before my meals. And that's also helping your gut because you want to keep your gut in check too. So it's just so important. But I'm also drinking that internal collagen. It's helping my bones, it's helping my ligaments, my muscles, everything. So think of it the inside out. So always add your collagen. Red light, you got to stimulate the collagen. So red light's going to stimulate your collagen. So a mask is going to be helpful in that. Derma rolling stimulates your collagen. I love derma rolling. I do that. It, creates like a little micro injury to your skin. I love that. So, and then, you're doing the new face and microcurrent is excellent too. So Kimberly, you're doing all the, you've got just a few tweaks, but you're doing a great job. And I don't want to overwhelm you. So what I like to do is, hey, let's start with this. Let's get your routine down and then we can slowly add this and then see how you do. Cause I just want to make sure that, you're loving everything.
Yeah, I'm open to whatever you have to say. I'm so,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
grateful that you're doing this. This is amazing.
Absolutely.
I also wanted to ask, I mean, should I be going out and getting like laser stuff done? Should I be doing that?
I'm not a huge laser person. I'm a laser hair removal person, but like I have gotten laser hair removal and I am going to get some for my veins on my legs. That's a whole different thing. But with the face, just me personally being a spa owner and esthetician for as long as I have, I just have seen more damage done by lasers than not. So I've seen like the hyperpigmentation, just spots that couldn't and just the thinning of the skin and the barrier's been impacted. It's just been, I don't know, that's just my personal take. And I know lasers seem like a quick fix in some areas. So I'm not a huge laser person right now. Yeah. So I don't feel like you need a laser. I mean, the only laser that I do like is the Nira laser and then the Lima laser, which is a cold laser. So if you do anything, it would be, that device is extremely expensive though. I have one, but that is a cold laser. So it's treating it's going really deep into your skin. It's treating your skin from like basically the inside out. So I don't know if you've heard about that laser. I do have a podcast episode about that. I could send you some information. I would first, before you even did that, let's get your routine down. Let's make, and then just pause on that. I can answer questions about that, whatever. And then I would first add the LED light, see how you're liking that first. And then maybe down the road, maybe like for Christmas or something, you do the Lima because it's about how much did I pay? Like $2,700 for that. It's a chunk. However, I will say, my gosh, does that thing have, what sold me on that device is their before and after pictures. Oh, this is coming up in a recent, I think it's next week or the following week this will already be out. So if people are listening to this, they would need to listen to previous episodes, but they have this knee picture on their website. And when it showed me how it could transform this knee, I was like, sold.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm using this on other body parts, not just my face. Like I need this area here, this rebuilt over here. Things just break down in our body. It's not just the face, it's other body parts.
I've never heard of it, but I would listen to whatever podcast you have about it. I just didn't know, should I be like going out and doing all these things and I better get into like a dermatologist and have them do all these things. I don't know, because I don't really do that.
I don't think so. I mean, I definitely want you to get your skin checked.
Yeah, I do that. But I didn't know if I should be like, I hear all these fractional lasers and all that kind of stuff, if I needed to be stepping it up to that kind of thing. I don't know.
I personally don't think you need to. I mean, I think that you could add a couple of these things, and I think you'll be really happy. And honestly, Kimberly, let's just add even some inexpensive items like the Frownies and see how you like that, and the CO patches, and just see how you like that. And then I'm gonna pull, like we said, I'm gonna pull back the Clarisonic, I'm gonna remove the apricot scrub, and I'm gonna keep most of your skincare looks good to me. Suzanne Summers, I mean, that has I will say she has a nice non toxic skincare line. And I like her because I looked everything up on the EWG and she rates pretty well on there. I looked at her ingredients. I like them. I didn't look up every single one, but for the main part, I was like, oh, I really like her stuff. So if that's working for you and you like it, stay with that.
Okay. I would try this whatever skin one that you're talking about. Or is that, am I saying that right? One skin, one skin. I would try that if that's something you.
I absolutely recommend that to I think everybody. I love it. I'll show you some before and after pictures and the science of it. And it's made by 4 women scientists. It's a peptide formula. It's really just like no other. It's helping your senescent cells, which is your basically your dying cells. And that's what it does with your skin. It's really a unique formula that they have that I haven't seen. It's a newer company, but they've been around. Let's see, I've used it for, I think 3 years. They've maybe been around for 5 years, something like that. But I just absolutely love them. I'll put that on. I already have that on my list actually. So yeah.
Okay, great. And then also, like what you said, any other supplements that are great for skin, I would love to know too.
With supplements, it's like I could tell you what I'm using. I'm almost hesitant because I feel like that has to do with your blood work and what would work well for you. And I'm not a doctor, so I feel like something's going to work good for me that doesn't work for you. But I do a glutathione every day. I do a probiotic every day. I have been using Fatty 15. I don't know if you've heard about that, but that's a new omega 3 that has come out very recently. So, you got your omega 3, your omega 6. So I am adding Fatty 15. And even with the small amount that I've been using it, I have already seen a difference, but I'll send you some information on that. And this is just me like listening to other doctors and, I listen to like Dr. Mark Hyman and stuff like that, and all the biohackers. And I'm like, okay, they really love this and they've done their research. So I'm going to check this out. And so, and I try it. And so far, I really, really like it.
Okay, great. Fatty 15.
Fatty 15. Yeah, it's a new omega. It's, there hasn't been a new omega since, you've got the omega 3, omega 6, and that's it. And so this one's really supposed to be like amazing. I'll send you information on it and let you do your research on it. But that's what I've added. I have recently added that into my routine. I think glutathione is important. It's just like a huge major antioxidant. I love antioxidants. I'm trying to keep up my immune system. I'm trying to just keep my cells. I really focus on my cells, trying to have a really good diet that's anti-cancer, things like that, because I'm in the space for longevity. And obviously, I see people every single week that they have something wrong, and I see that's going on with their system, and I'm fortunate to be able to read reports from an MD and see like, oh, they're doing this. And so that's why I'm able to like advise a little bit on that, or do recommendations, not advise, excuse me.
Yeah, that sounds great. I mean, I do take glutathione and the magnesium. I take a prebiotic. I take omega 6. I feel like I take like 25 vitamins like every single day. But so any of that stuff I love to know about.
You're doing great.
If you have any advice on those, I'm wide open for it.
I'll send that. I hope that you felt like obviously we have a few tweaks, but I hope that you go away from this call knowing like feeling empowered and like, wow, I'm doing pretty good, and just feel good about how you're taking care of yourself, I think you look beautiful and I think your skin looks glowy. And sometimes, even if you just see one thing, we can just focus on that, just like one wrinkle and be like, oh my gosh, it's going to. But when you originally, when you came on, I'm like, she's such a pretty lady. Like, I'm happy to help you, but
Oh, well, thank you so much.
yeah,
You are too, but I think you're right. I focus on this line and I think, should I do the Botox or is there other ways?
yeah.
So
I'm going to vote no. And I vote, give me a chance. Let me help you. We're not too far apart in our age. And I'm just sharing what has worked for me.
amazing. I love it.
And I have a toddler. So you talk about not like the sleep and all that. I'm going to do the best I can. But like, if I can look well rested,
Yes. You're a busy lady.
we all are. I'm not going to like toot my horn. Like, you're busy too. You're helping everybody get to their destination and being a wonderful flight attendant and helping, your wife and so, I mean, you're busy too. So we're all busy. So let's maximize our time, but feel good about ourselves at the same time.
Yes. Well, I thank you so much for all of your advice. And it was just such a amazing, I really appreciate that you do this. So thank you so much.
Absolutely.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
You too. If you've loved this episode and all the beauty coaching that we dived into today, then you have to check out my free beauty app. It's called the Pre-Beauty app. Great for skincare and all your beauty needs. It's your personal anti-aging and skincare companion packed with routines, product recommendations, and beauty tool tutorials, just like the ones we're talking about today. Developed and designed by yours truly, a master esthetician of over 15 years. So whether you're on a glow up journey or you just want expert support at your fingertips, I've got you covered inside the app. Download the Pre-Beauty, and that's spelled Lapree, Beauty, on the App Store or Google Play and start transforming your skin. Beautiful results start here.